When you bite into a slice of whole grain bread, glucose begins to flood your bloodstream within 15 minutes. Contrary to the common belief that whole grains stabilize blood sugar, the effect can be surprisingly swift. The starches in whole grains are composed of long chains of glucose molecules. As soon as they encounter your digestive enzymes, they begin breaking down, releasing glucose into your system. Within half an hour, your body responds with a spike in blood sugar levels that can rival a sugary treat. This quick release of glucose prompts a surge of insulin from your pancreas to maintain balance. Your cells then scramble to absorb the excess glucose. Consider fruit juice. The natural sugars within are rapidly absorbed, causing a sharp rise in blood glucose levels. Despite its reputation as a healthy choice, your body processes juice almost like a soda without the fiber present in whole fruits. In the first 30 minutes post-consumption, your liver starts converting fructose directly into glucose. A 2018 study from the University of Sydney found that fructose metabolism increases liver fat production, exacerbating insulin resistance. The absence of fiber means sugar enters your bloodstream unimpeded, leading to a notable blood sugar spike. This spike can be especially pronounced if the juice is consumed on an empty stomach. Potatoes, a staple in many diets, cause a rapid blood sugar increase. Within 20 minutes of eating mashed potatoes, your blood glucose can rise significantly. The reason lies in the high glycemic index of potatoes, meaning the carbohydrates convert quickly into glucose. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2019 highlighted that potatoes can spike blood sugar even faster than some candy bars. This rapid digestion triggers insulin release to manage the influx. Your muscles and liver then absorb the glucose, storing it as glycogen for future energy use. The swiftness of this process can take many by surprise. Sushi, beloved for its perceived health benefits, can secretly spike your blood sugar. The culprit is the white rice, which is highly processed and stripped of fiber. Just 30 minutes after consuming sushi, blood glucose levels can rise sharply. A 2020 study in the Journal of Diabetes Research found that sushi rice has a glycemic index comparable to white bread. Once digested, the glucose from the rice enters your bloodstream quickly, prompting an insulin spike. This can lead to a rapid drop in blood sugar later, potentially leaving you feeling hungrier than before. These swings can be surprisingly significant. Breakfast cereals, especially those labeled whole grain, can lead to unexpected blood sugar surges. Even a seemingly healthy bowl of cereal can cause glucose levels to rise within 30 minutes. The processing of grains into flakes or puffs often strips away vital nutrients and fibers. A 2021 meta-analysis in the journal Nutrients revealed that even whole grain cereals could have a glycemic index as high as refined grains. As you eat, the refined carbohydrates are quickly converted to glucose, spiking your blood sugar. Insulin secretion follows, driving glucose into cells and potentially leading to energy crashes. The rapid rise and fall can be counterintuitive. Inside your body, the journey of carbohydrates is a marvel of enzymatic efficiency. When you consume white rice, it encounters amylase, an enzyme in your saliva and pancreas. Amylase breaks down the starches into maltose, a simpler sugar, within minutes. This maltose is then quickly converted to glucose by maltase in your small intestine. A 2022 study in the Journal of Digestive Enzymology demonstrated that this enzyme cascade can complete within 15 minutes, leading to swift glucose absorption. The rapidity of this process means glucose floods your bloodstream almost immediately, prompting insulin secretion to manage the surge. This enzymatic conversion is a key driver of blood sugar spikes. When fructose from fruit juice reaches your liver, a fascinating transformation occurs. Unlike glucose, fructose bypasses the initial insulin response and heads directly to the liver for metabolism. Here, fructokinase, a liver-specific enzyme, initiates its conversion. A 2019 research from the Journal of Hepatology revealed that this process increases uric acid and triglyceride production. These metabolites can contribute to insulin resistance over time. Fructose metabolism is unique because it doesn't signal satiation hormones like glucose does. This means you might feel less full, prompting further consumption of sugars. The liver's handling of fructose unveils hidden complexities in how blood sugar is managed. Within the cells of your small intestine, glucose transporters play a critical role. Once glucose is broken down from starches, it must cross into your bloodstream. Sodium glucose transport proteins, SGLT1, facilitate this transport across intestinal walls. A 2021 study in Cell Metabolism highlighted that SGLT1 activity can increase up to 40% with frequent carbohydrate intake. This heightened activity can lead to more glucose entering your blood more quickly, maintaining elevated sugar levels. When these transporters are constantly activated, your body's glucose homeostasis might shift, increasing insulin demand. This transporter mechanism emphasizes how efficient sugar absorption can underlie spikes. Insulin, the hormone released post-meal, orchestrates a complex metabolic symphony. Upon detecting elevated blood glucose, your pancreas secretes insulin into the bloodstream. Insulin then binds to receptors on muscle and fat cells, signaling them to absorb glucose. A 2020 paper in Frontiers in Endocrinology showed that insulin binding initiates a cascade involving protein kinase activation, facilitating glucose entry into cells. This cascade happens within 10 minutes of insulin release. The efficiency of this response is vital for lowering blood sugar, yet the system's speed can sometimes lead to subsequent lows, leaving you craving more carbohydrates. This hormonal dance is crucial to glucose management. The gut microbiome, an ecosystem of bacteria, plays an unexpected role in sugar metabolism. When you consume foods like potatoes, gut bacteria interact with undigested carbohydrates. A 2022 study in microbiome found that specific bacteria produce enzymes that further break down starches, influencing blood sugar responses. For instance, Bacteroid species can increase glucose absorption efficiency. As these bacteria metabolize fibers and starches, they release short-chain fatty acids, which can impact insulin sensitivity. The interplay between your diet, gut microbes, and blood sugar reveals an intricate web of metabolic influence. The microbiome's role in sugar metabolism extends far beyond digestion. Chronic consumption of high glycemic foods like white bread and sugary drinks can lead to insulin resistance. This condition occurs when your cells no longer respond effectively to insulin, requiring more of the hormone to manage blood sugar. Over time, your pancreas struggles to keep up, potentially leading to type 2 diabetes. A 2018 study in the Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology revealed that sustained insulin spikes promote fat storage in the liver and muscles. This fat accumulation further exacerbates insulin insensitivity. The body's adaptation to frequent sugar surges showcases how continuous exposure can alter metabolic pathways. This progression underscores the long-term impact of unchecked sugar intake. Consuming too little carbohydrate can also disrupt your metabolism. When carb intake drops, your body switches to burning fat for energy, entering a state called ketosis. A 2019 study in nutritional biochemistry found that ketone bodies, the byproducts of fat metabolism, can act as an alternative energy source for the brain. However, prolonged ketosis can lead to nutrient deficiencies and muscle loss if not balanced correctly. Your liver plays a critical role here, converting fatty acids into ketones. This shift highlights the body's flexibility but also its dependency on balanced nutrient intake. The metabolic shift to ketosis reveals both resilience and vulnerability. In rare cases, extreme sugar consumption has led to fascinating insights. A 2021 case study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology documented an individual consuming upwards of 500 grams of sugar daily. The subject developed severe insulin resistance and hepatic steatosis, or fatty liver disease, within months. This exposure highlighted the liver's capacity to store and convert excess glucose into fat. The liver's adaptation reveals the potential damage of sustained high-sugar diets. Such extreme cases provide a window into the body's limits and potential metabolic breakdown. The insights gleaned from these cases illuminate the consequences of dietary extremes. Food manufacturers often exploit the blood sugar response for flavor enhancement. By adding sugar to products like bread and ketchup, they can increase palatability and shelf life. A 2020 investigation by the American Journal of Public Health found that hidden sugars in processed foods contribute significantly to daily intake. These additions can lead to unintentional spikes in blood glucose levels, prompting insulin resistance over time. The strategic use of sugars by manufacturers highlights a hidden influence on consumer health. The widespread presence of added sugars in everyday foods unveils an industry-level impact on metabolism. These practices reveal a complex layer of dietary manipulation. One striking truth about blood sugar and diet involves the concept of glycemic load. Unlike glycemic index, which measures how fast a food raises blood sugar, glycemic load considers both speed and quantity. The 2021 Global Burden of Disease study demonstrated that diets with high glycemic loads are linked to a higher risk of cardiovascular disease. This measure provides a more comprehensive view of how foods affect your blood sugar. The understanding of glycemic load reframes the way we assess the impact of carbohydrates on health. Recognizing this concept can change how you perceive the role of sugars in your diet. This perspective shift is crucial for a deeper understanding of blood sugar dynamics.